Hi and welcome to the Rave TV. I'm Allie here with the 1975. Welcome,
Hello.
guys.
Thank you.
This is your first show here and you already sold out in the
I know.
basement. That's crazy.
It's amazing.
You
I think it's a testament to the internet, really,
You
and
guys,
how far we've come from Manchester all the way over here.
yeah.
We've been to Milwaukee once, but we didn't play this venue, and we didn't play anywhere near the amount of people that we're going to play tonight. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
It's very
feeling.
exciting for you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And obviously I have to congratulate you on the success of your album. You guys are in high demand right now with a lot of big names asking you to tour with them, but instead of going out on the road with them, you decided to do your own headlining tour. So why did you decide to go with that?
Well, because I think the reason that there's been such an acceleration in our popularity is because there's been a genuine investment from our fans. And every show we kind of put out, especially in the UK and over here in America, it just sells out really quickly. So we've not been able to kind of meet the demand of the amount of people that even want to see our band. So as much as going off and playing with like pop stars in arenas, it would be fun. I think that would be an indulgent decision. It would be a decision that was we wouldn't be doing it for the right reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only reason that we're here is because we do make music for the right reasons. So we just need to play our own shows.
Yeah.
We'll have the opportunity to do that later.
I'm sure you will. And let's talk about the making of the record and your strategy to release 4 EPs beforehand instead of where most bands would release singles. Why did you guys decide to go with that?
Well, I think what we really intended to do was sort of give people like a wealth of material for them to really understand what the band was about before we came along with, the full-length album. And like the EPs were written after the album, so it wasn't as if we sort of had these singles and then we had to come write an album. All the material on the album was written beforehand, and the EPs was sort of like an entry point for people to really get into the band, to know what we were about. So
It's like a leaflet before the album.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Cool, thank you.
And what is your inspiration for your music and your musical influences?
Musical influences, I mean, they vary so massively. I think
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons that we didn't get signed to a major label until we had success was because major labels most people who are working in major labels right now, they're not of this direct generation. I think this generation, like we always say, we create in the same way that we consume, because that's a generational thing. Nobody consumes media in a straightforward way anymore. We're a representation of that. So our musical influences aren't really harboured by kind of style or genre or what's cool or what's past or present. It's a very free kind of postmodern outlook on music, because we started up and we spent 10 years with no one knowing who we were. So we didn't need to worry about anything.
Yeah.
So everything from Michael Jackson to My Bloody Valentine, Jesus and Mary Chain, D'Angelo, it's massively diverse, I suppose.
Yeah. And you guys have been touring non-stop for a very long time, I heard. Do you know how long you've been out on the road?
About 12. No, well, December till now.
Oh, wow.
Well, solidly from probably February till now, but basically since last December, yeah.
So coming up to a year now.
Yeah.
But we don't come off tour until December of 2014.
Oh, wow.
So we don't.
You guys
we get a week and a half off for Christmas.
you guys got a long haul then.
Yeah, we tour Australia. Then we're in America for 3 months next year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And obviously you've been touring in America now. Do you like touring so far away from home and experiencing so many different
you
things?
get used to the being away from home thing. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in Germany or Japan. I mean, you really have to embrace the idea of kind of home is where the heart is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to just invest in your relationship with one another. It's touring America is everything that you think it is as a young British band. It's very exciting. It's very fun, especially with a band like us. Like our show's really exciting. You'll see what the kids are like. Like kids will wait hours after the show to like meet us, and it's a very youthful vibe in our shows. So it's everything that you imagine touring America, like debauched and exciting, and just fun.
And how long have you guys been together as a band?
Coming up, this is our 10th year.
Oh, wow. It's been a
10
long
years.
time.
14, yeah.
And over those years, how do you think that you've grown?
Well, as a band, I mean, in millions different ways, in the same way that we've kind of evolved as people. This band's really an extension of our personality. So, I think, in the same way that you'd have grown. Like 14, we started our band. That's before you even really know what your kind of projection, what kind of personality you're going to project is. So we grew up in the same room. So, we've grown from boys to men, and great band. Great band. I love Boys to Men. I've never done that either. I've never gone with grown from boys to men. It's true though, in the same room. So I don't know, Daniel. Like in the same, it's been our adolescence has been this band. So we've evolved in so many different ways, you know. But our stylistic and musical vocabularies have kind of intertwined and become one and the same thing.
Yeah.
I think obviously like playing a lot together and growing up together, we've sort of learned our strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
We know heavily where to rely on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And where not to rely. So.
And what is the story behind the band name?
The band name story.
Yes.
It comes from a book that I got when I was like 19 or something. I went on holiday, and I made friends with this artist who my mum's still really good friends with. And he gave me loads of books to take home with me. And then when I eventually read all of them, one of them had been just like treated like a diary by a previous owner. Somebody had written all over it, and it's just they dated it 1st of June, the 1975. And when I saw the 1975 written down, it just stuck with me for some reason. I don't know why. It was an interesting use of language, and yeah, that kind of, I didn't know what it meant, so it was a perfect band name.
And obviously you have a lot of success ahead of you, but what do you think your greatest accomplishment has been so far?
Oh, just being able to, just making that record. Like, I don't really care how that record's perceived or how it's embraced, because it's such an honest record. It's such an honest depiction of who we are and where we're from, and it's so uncompromised. And the fact that it went to number 1 is amazing. We didn't really need, like I've said before, we didn't really need any kind of statistical validation to be proud of that record. We were proud of it as we could be from the second we finished it, but the fact that a band like us has managed to make a record like that without compromising at all, and it's been embraced on such a massive level after we've been together for 10 years. I'm just proud of that as an idea. I think that reflects that people still care about good music, whether it's pop music or whatever. And if that album can get to number 1, then there's limitless possibilities that people can achieve, because for a start, it cost us nothing. So, yeah.
And obviously you have a lot of touring ahead of you, but what's next for the 1975?
It's genuinely, it's hard to project when you know how much touring we have got to do. I've never even thought of a year as knowing where I'm going to be every day. But we can see where we're going to be every single day for the next 365 days. So getting over the logistics of that and actually conquering it is going to be enough of a challenge. But we're writing the next record. We just want to be as proud of the next record as we were of the first, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us before your sold-out show tonight.
Thank you very
Have
much.
fun.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching the Rave TV. Be sure to check out the 1975's self-titled album, The 1975. We'll see you soon on the Rave TV.